as promised, an in-depth analysis guide on all the vehicles in the game except the boat. Now we'll be talking about the race, fuel test, vehicle damage, tire damage, and my personal notes. Let's get to it, we got a lot to talk about. What is up guys? I wanted to figure out which car is better at everything, which is the fastest, we know that, the bike, which can take more damage, which eats more fuel, how far can they go, how fast do they go, how do they perform in a race. First off, we're gonna match them all together, match them up in a good old-fashioned sprint race. It's not that long. And then after that, we're gonna see how far can they actually make it on 1 bar of gas. Without further ado, let's get to the race. We start the race off here in Rostock with a small sprint race. We'll basically be able to see just how much faster the bike is to get across distance than every other car currently in the game. As we see here, the Jeep and the buggy already kind of falling behind, while the bikes are going strong and the Dodge is kind of taking off from them too. Now the bike is already across the first bridge, well, the first water lake thing, and the second with the third 3-seater bike not being way too far behind. See here, we have the bike coming in the goal now at 34.5 seconds. Decent time. Now the 3-seater comes in 3 seconds later. Not too bad, not too bad. While the Dacia here comes in 8 seconds later than the bike. So left are the 2 grandpa vehicles. Jeep comes in at 17, buggy at 19. So with this we can conclude that the bikes are a lot faster than the cars, but if you're to go with a car, the Dacia is the speed king to go for. Diving straight into the fuel consumption race, where we measure it by 1 bar, gallon, liter, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to call it any of that because then there's either going to be an American or European screaming in the comment section. Oh my god. So yeah, anyways, the Jeep died at 1,570 meters. That is freaking terrible. Compared to all the other cars, are going to get a lot further than that. I had this feeling that the Jeep was kind of eating a lot more fuel than the others, and that's kind of why I wanted to do this video. So thank you, Jeep, you piece of shit. Now we have the Dacia down at 2.6 kilometers. I mean, that's decent, right? It's a long distance. And it gets there a lot faster than both the buggy and the Jeep would. So left in the race are the buggy, 3-seater bike, and the bike. The bikes are still going fast. Nothing's gonna catch up with them, that's for sure. The buggy decides to go out of the blue zone, which is a risky play, but it might just give a little bit of boost. And there it is, dead at 3,110 meters. Just look at how much longer it took for that to cross that little distance. Look at the map from the Dacia to the buggy. The Dacia is so much faster. Now keep in mind that I did pull full speed through all this race with boost. So yeah, we have the bike now dead before the 3-seater at 4,700 meters and the 3-seater bike at 4,560. So compared to fuel consumption and the top speed of the vehicles, we can now probably conclude by that the Dacia is by those measurements the go-to pick. Unless you want to be on the bike, and it's a bit risky, you know, there's a life-death situation going on there. So let's talk vehicle damage. First of all, it does not matter where you shoot on the car, there's no magic trick to it. As long as the bullet registers, it hits. You know, from other games where you shoot at the fuel entry point and the whole thing just go badang. If it registers, it counts. Now there are some places such as mirrors which are kind of a slacked out. You can use your shotgun too. 7 rounds, I wouldn't suggest it, probably not worth the time. Could probably have shot the driver instead. And of course, we needed to test the pan. The pan works. So about 100, 200 of those, you're good to go. Now before we start this part, I want to say that if a car is on fire, it'll never blow. I know we have that mentality from other games. If we see someone on fire, get the fuck away, it's gonna blow up. No. Now for this test, we took each of the cars, except the completely naked Jeep, took an M4 and shot it down with bullets. So we can see the bikes both took 25 bullets, which means that the Jeep is the tank here. It almost took 92%, well, about 92% more bullets. That is the tank. So yeah, it does eat a lot of fuel. It's not that fast. It has pretty good acceleration. So in a squad game, I'd probably go with that. You can't shoot from the roof of it, of the armored version. The level 3 as we like to call it, but you can shoot through the sides, as you just heard. Again, I don't know if that's just, would it be OP if that couldn't be shot through, or just slacking. Now you can shoot through the light version, and the buggy too at the back seat. However, on the buggy, you cannot shoot through any other metal. That includes the roll cage mounted. As we see here, we're gonna try to shoot him again. Sadly, we won't hit this time. No cigar. A grenade feels like that should make the whole thing blow up in the universe. Does jack shit. Deals about half damage to a Dacia. I know it's the second most tanky vehicle, but it feels like it should blow up. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Molotov does not deal any damage to the driver or anybody in the car, but does deal a little bit of damage. Now for shooting at tires. Now I was kind of interested in this because to know, would another gun need more bullets to shoot a tire out? The answer is, in most cases, no. You use a pistol or rifle, it'll be the same shit. Unless you go to a bigger caliber rifle, such as a sniper car, which would take a KR, which would take 2 shots instead. See this M4 here? 3 shots too. No magic numbers. Now it doesn't matter at all which car it is, as long as it's not a bike. Now there was some issue with the buggy, where some models didn't break when you shot at the edges. So for the buggies, I suggest you aim directly at the middle of the tire. As you can see here, 9 bullets it's gonna take to just blow out 1 tire. What the fuck? Sure, maybe it could be desync, but I mean it was kind of a long time, so I would just suggest shoot for the middle of the tire instead of the buggy. As you can see, same stuff happens here. It's a weird one. It's like it's shooting through, but still damaging the car. I don't know. As we see here on the bikes, the wheels do not take any damage. The bullet just go directly through. So you cannot shoot a tire out on a motorcycle. When we move over to the 2-seater here, we can see too, the bike is not going to take any damage from this. Jump on it here. See, full health. Shotgun, of course, 1 round. Crossbow, 1 round too.
What?
That is interesting. The pan, we need to go through that, of course. 2 hits. People's gonna sneak up with a pan, blow your tire out. Who the fuck knows? Now you know. And you can even fist it out. If you're out of weapons, use your hands. KR-98, 2 shots. Nothing special about that. For my personal opinion, I left it here at the end, as we're now past the cold hard facts and the research, all the testing. After doing this testing, I'd pick the Dacia any day over any of the other cars. But before I did this video, I probably would have went with the Jeep. Sure, the Jeep is still the best in squad in my opinion, due to it having more HP, and that does count for a lot. It's not that much more HP compared to the Dacia, but still, that little acceleration time on top of that, probably the squad pick for me. Another thing is, just on the top of my mind, if you're playing with your buddy in a duo match, or just simply 2 people in 1 car in a squad match, sit in the same side, the left side of course, and that way, when the driver sees some action coming to him, like he's going to prioritize himself over you. So when he does that right turn and flicks left, then you'll both be on the good side of the car. I do enjoy the motorcycle too, but I probably get just as salty as you guys do when you die to a little bump of shit. It's fun. It's most definitely fun. You can take it on a roof. You can do anything with it, man. Anyways, that's what I gathered for this video. I know I didn't do a test for the AWM, but I'm pretty 95% sure that one-shots a tire and just deals moderate amounts of damage to the car. And we all know the M249 is a beast. lay down, no recoil, high bullet capacity, it'll tear cars apart. That is it for this video. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, it feels freaking amazing to get those subs. Have a nice day. See ya.